guys, JDP Gaming here, and welcome to my first FIFA 20 career mode. It is the club revival with Stoke City. First of all, I want to just talk about what league we're going to be in next season and stuff like that. So obviously in real life, promotion and relegations are being sorted. Obviously League 1 and League 2, they've had the teams sorted for being teams being relegated and promoted. Obviously Premiership and Championship hasn't been decided yet, but obviously for this career mode, I've done it myself. So I created custom tournaments, threw the teams in, and yeah, that's it. And basically as a result, the teams relegated from the Premiership are Aston Villa, Bournemouth and Norwich, which happen to be the bottom three right now, and the teams going up from the Championship to replace them are West Brom, Leeds and Fulham. Obviously in the Championship, Stoke are 3 points above the relegation zone, so I put them in a massive custom tournament, and I'll just quickly show the results. There's nothing big, but obviously luckily we came top, and the three teams going down are Luton, Barnsley and Hull City. Now the teams to replace them from League 1, just to make it nice and quick, were Luton, Rotherham. Obviously those, no, not Luton, sorry, it was Coventry and Rotherham. Those were decided by League 1 already. Then I just simulated the playoff, and the other team to join them is going to be Portsmouth. So it's nice to see Portsmouth coming back, and they're going to be joining us in the Championship. Just going to quickly have a quick look at the calendar just to show who we're playing. We've got QPR first game of the season, and you can sort of see the rest of it. So I'd say we've got quite a nice run into this sort of Championship season. Now, obviously, the main thing for me is about branding it a club revival. Is I'm going to be completely changing up this team. So this is currently the default team that FIFA has for Stoke City. I'm changing that completely. So that is the team that I've currently got from the players at the club that I am not going to be selling. So youngsters, anyone sort of 20 and under, I'm going to be selling. Everyone else is going to be sort of going, bar three main players. That is going to be Tom Ince, Sam Clucas and Joe Allen. Those are three players I want to build around this team. The only other sort of players that are going to be staying is Joe Thompson. He's signed in January and he's young, so fair enough, he should stay. Lindsay as well, he's relatively young, so I feel like might as well give him a chance. And Ryan Shawcross, he's been at the club since I think 2012, so it's almost, well, nearly coming up 10 years. So I feel like it'd be a bit of a disservice to get rid of him. So he's going to stay, and I'm going to let him retire at the club because I feel like it's a bit harsh to, sack him off. So that's the plan. All the players that go in are everyone who's in my reserve. So that is 13 players, along with Davies and Butland. Even though Butland's my highest rated keeper, I feel like, fresh start, get rid of him. He's not one of the three players that I wanted to keep and build the team around. Obviously, transfer-wise, I've got quite a few targets. I'll just quickly run you through the list. I'm going to obviously go into more detail once I've got all the scout reports back so I know their overalls. But as you can see, I've got a hell of a lot of targets, but that's because I'm expecting some to say no, some clubs to not be able to let me loan them, sell them, so that's why I've got several targets. And yeah, that is about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Obviously, the players that signed for the club in the summer of 2019, so I haven't even been at the club for a year yet. If you transfer list them, the game, nobody puts in transfer offers, so I'm going to have to swap them all, and that is what I'm prepared to do. It's club revival. It's going to be my Stoke City team, and I feel like right now, currently in the Championship, they're doing awful, and they have been for this year and the last year, and they need just a complete change up. So I'm in, change it up. And for me, it's basically trying to make sure it's not going to be a relegation battle. However, if I just show you the board expectations, the only thing that they've got high for me is getting automatic promotion. Now, that is going to be bloody difficult, in my opinion. And so this could be an interesting one, as I'm currently just aiming to be mid-table, not even try and get, I just want to be above relegation. So if we don't get automatic promotion and aren't near the promotion playoffs, this might be an interesting career mode in that sense. But we'll come to that problem when it happens. And yeah, basically that is about it. I don't want to ramble too long because I don't want the intro to be massively long, but basically I'm going to play these games. I'm not going to show you the highlights, I'm just going to show you the results, and then once I've got the scout reports back, I'll bring you back to the transfer hub page and I'll talk to you about the signings I want to make and everything. And here we are, we've jumped forward in time. As you can see, I've already sold two players. Mama Bear and Juve and James McCain have both gone. I've also got other players. I've also had offers that I've accepted for, like Adam Federici. He's already, I think he's going to Cluj in Romania, just waiting for that to happen. I've also had offers for Ince, Allen and Glucas. Obviously those are the ones I'm going to be keeping, so they ain't going anywhere, hence why I've blocked them. Federici, like I said, he's going over to Cluj in Romania. Martin's Indy, even though I accepted it, he hasn't gone yet, but hopefully he will go by the end of the window. And then we had an offer for Time, and I want to keep him, so I haven't accepted it. And Butland, it was from Brazil, and it's just like, he's not going to want to go there, so I just rejected it anyway. But hopefully, because I've had offers for him, others should come in. So, talking about the players that I need. First of all, for me, I need keepers. I've got two on for sale, Butland and Federici, and then obviously Davies, who I need to do a swap with. So I need some keepers. Now, I want to make this myself, so I'm going to make the decision. I want to go for Ben Forster. He is my number one target. Yes, he's 36, so he's not going to be the future of the club, but his experience, and he is a good keeper. I do rate him, and I think he'd be great for the club short term wise. Then obviously, I was thinking we probably need a backup to him. Kieran Westwood again, another one of those. I would probably go for him. I just need to see what obviously his position wants to be, because obviously I think, well, Foster's going to be number one. Now if he's happy with like rotation and obviously just getting FA Cup and Capital One Cup football, then Westwood will be my sort of substitute keeper. Otherwise I've got Kelleher from Liverpool, 61 rated. I know it's low, but I'm sure we can get him on a loan deal, and that would be our backup keeper just for the next season, and then we can sort about a proper keeper after sort of Ben Forster's sort of going down in rating or is going to turn to retirement. We've also got Jed Steer, because obviously I know Aston Villa have got a hell of a lot of keepers, so hopefully we can maybe loan him in. Now that obviously Villa are in the Championship with us, I don't think that's likely. Let's just confirm, delegate to loan. Yeah, not interested. So that is Jed Steer already out of the equation, so we can get rid of him. So, and then obviously Joe Hart is there as well in case Foster's not going to be the one for me. Those are options for there, so I'm going to go ahead to see if we can get Foster. And boom, just like that, we have our first signing, Ben Foster. Davies the other way. So win-win for us really. I'll just show you the contract he's on. So he's signed for 2 years, crucial, and a wage of 22.5. Obviously I don't want to make the wage too high, so 20 sort of K margin is what I'm happy to pay for, nothing more. I did try and go for 20k, but he wanted 22.5, so I accepted that, and that's our first signing. I'm going to wait for Butland to go before I give him number one, but that is a good start. Now obviously I need to get a backup keeper, so I think Westwood is the one I'm going to want to go for, only because I know they're both, obviously Foster's 36 and Westwood's 34, I know they're both getting on and they're not going to have many seasons in them, but the idea is I just want to improve the club short term wise and then focus on getting a decent keeper for when we do better in the Championship, or if they last a couple of seasons and we get into the Premiership, then invest the money in a proper keeper then. For the time being, I know these guys can do a job, so that's why I'm going to go for Kieran Westwood. Hopefully we can get him on a good deal, and hopefully doesn't want crucial, then that might be an issue. Otherwise it'll be Kelleher, but you know, I'll go into this offer, this deal, and you'll see what's going to happen. So unfortunately Westwood was asking for a crucial first team, and I just cannot promise him that, so I'm going to have to, that's why I rejected it, because there's no point in me having him on the subs and then him get unhappy and have a conversation with him week by week, just basically him going, oh, why haven't I played boss, I want to play him, I'm happy, blah blah blah, and you can just see where it's going, and I just don't want that. So I'm going to see if I can try and get Joe Hart on a loan deal. Nope, it's too short. Okay, so he could be a pre-contract expiry deal for like a year or something, so we'll keep him for the time being, but Kelleher is the man I'm going to go for. There we go, Liverpool happy to loan him, just get him on a year's loan, and we can sort about a backup keeper next season. Boom, and there we go, loan deal accepted for Kelleher. We just have to hope that he wants to come and join Stoke, otherwise I'm going to be in a bit of a pickle for my backup keeper, but otherwise those are the ones sorted. Now to move on to other positions. Centre back is obviously one that I need to improve upon. I've only got Shawcross, Lindsay and Collins, so, and obviously Collins is a youngster, so he's got to improve, so I need another sort of centre back to come in, particularly for Shawcross because he may get injured and he is injury prone. So looking at sort of centre backs wise, sort of Darnell Johnson is the lowest rated, so I probably won't go for him. I know I can't get Reece Oxford on a deal, or can I? I'm not too sure. They're not willing to sell, but you can pay the release clause. Okay, that is tempting actually. Or I could just, I don't know whether or not to buy him just yet or have him on a loan deal. I might do a loan deal, to be honest. Okay, they'll accept a loan deal. We'll go with Reece Oxford and get him on loan. A loan deal accepted for Reece Oxford. 2 years is what we've gone for. Why not? Might as well. And they were happy to accept that. And we've done 50-50. He was only on 4.5 grand, so a 50% wage split was not too bad. Well, 4.7 as you can just see up there. So it's not too bad. Otherwise, I do feel like I need another proper centre back. Now, I actually am interested in Derek Williams. He can also play at left back, so it might be handy in case we get low at left back. So I think I'm going to go for him. Simonovic is obviously the one, obviously the highest rated I've got on my short list, and then obviously Jafet Tanganga is obviously another player I've got on my list, but that's only because he's so versatile. He can play centre back, right back, or left back, which would be also ideal. So I may get him on a loan deal later on. For me personally, I think Derek Williams is the man I want to go for just currently now. Yeah, we're going to go with Derek Williams. And there we have it. Signing number 2. Derek Williams has joined the club from Blackburn, with Stephen Ward going in the opposite direction. So that is another player that joined in the club in 2019 that I managed to swap out. So we're getting there slowly. I'm changing the squad around, and it's becoming my own team. Now, obviously, I could just carry on with all these transfers, but I don't want to make it boring, so I'm just going to skip ahead. Centre mids wise, I definitely feel like I need to improve. I mean, I've currently got Klukas and Allen in there, but otherwise, the rest of those positions are filled by youngsters. I feel like I need a bit of solidity, so I am very tempted to get Brian Acosta from SC Dallas. He is quite a decent player, actually. I know he's not got the highest rating, he's 72, but he's actually, like, his stats are really decent for a player, and he's a solid player as well. So I think he'd do a solid job for us in the middle. So I am tempted, and he can also play left mid, so if needs be I can always push him out wide. He's got great work rate, so I'm tempted to go for him. I just don't know if the club will accept an offer below his release clause. So let's have a look. So they're not willing to sell unless we pay 5.2 million. I mean, that's not too bad, bearing in mind it's not too high, and he is 25, so he's not exactly old, whereas so far all I've been doing is just signing older people. Saying that, actually got Keller who's 20. Anyway, sidetracked again. Anyway, so he's an option. Beram Kyle, tempted to get him from Brighton. He's not being used, so he'd be able to do a decent job. Again, he's on the older side, 31. Personally, for me, I'm going to go ahead right now. I'm going to try and get Lewis Baker on a loan deal. Only reason I would purchase him is just I don't know whether or not he'll take a massive wage cut. So I want to see firstly if Chelsea will let me loan him. They can, right, okay, we're going to get him on a loan deal. So Chelsea have accepted a 2-year loan deal, hopefully accepts it, and we have got a classy centre mid joining the team. I've also got Billy Gilmer, who's also another target I'm looking to get from Chelsea. Again, he would be on a loan deal, only because I think he'd be quite decent for us, and he's a decent player. I'm going to leave it for the time being for Acosta and Kyle. I don't want to do any more transfers just yet because it's going to be a little bit more. I just want to see whether or not we do get our 3 loans of Baker, Kelleher and Oxford, and then we can come back and sort the rest of them out. But for you guys, for those who want to get involved in this series, obviously I'm happy to take charge, but obviously for those that do want to watch, I'm happy for you guys to get involved. I almost want you guys to get involved, is sort out my striker. Now obviously I am interested in getting Churakpom. He's probably my number 1 target over in PAOK. In Greece, and I think it'd be quite good to bring him back. Obviously we've got Koolman. Like I said, I do want to try and sort of invest in the next Pookie. I know that sounds a bit silly, but you know, he's 21 rated, 64 finish. I think he'd be quite a decent striker. I mean, he's got good stats, he's quite strong as well, and I think a bit of training and he'd be a decent player for us. And then there's also Lyle Taylor, who has refused to play for Charlton anymore. Once obviously they're back in action from the coronavirus, he said he doesn't want to play in case he gets injured, so he's actually not going to play for them anymore. So that might be a realistic transfer to get him and obviously do a swap deal. And then obviously I've got Callum Payton as well. I've been interested in him. He can also play in centre mid. I probably play more centre mid wise than striker, and he could just be a boss up front. You know, he's 6'2", he's really strong. I think he'd be a decent player. If we need to, just chuck him up front and he could win us headers. And then there's Sam Surridge, Rio Griffiths, Force, who I'm also interested to get on a loan deal. I'm going to leave it for the time being. I'm going to go ahead, sort of skip ahead and see if we get those free transfers in, and yeah, that's it. You know, like I said, please leave a comment if you'd like to say which striker to get, or even if there's another striker you would like me to get instead, then please do. But we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna play some games in this episode. It's not all gonna be transfers, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm probably gonna play maybe QPR and Charlton, and then probably leave the rest of the window because I don't want to make the first episode too long. Just want to give you a taste of what's to come and sort of give you guys a chance to get involved. Don't have to, that's fine. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to skip ahead and see if we've got those loan deals coming in. Right, so we have some good news. Lewis Baker has accepted the 2-year loan and we've got him in for 2 years, which is a solid deal in my opinion. However, both Oxford and Kelleher have rejected the possibility to come on a loan deal, which is a bit annoying, particularly for Kelleher, because obviously I'm now going to have to try and find another keeper we potentially loan in instead. But obviously we've also got transfer from Martin Lindsay, so hopefully he'll be gone soon. Now, as I was looking for keepers who are transfer listed and loan listed, I actually came across Jed Steer has been transfer listed, so that's why they rejected the approach for me to loan them. So I could get him on a transfer deal. So I'm going to go ahead, go through for it, and hopefully he doesn't want crucial. If he wants important or rotation, perfect, we've got ourselves a substitute keeper. If it wants crucial, I'm going to have to keep looking. And I have some fantastic news. Jed Steer accepted a rotation squad role, and we have him in. So there's our substitute keeper, and those are my keepers sorted. I mean, I might try and get another one, but to be fair, I'm going to have some squad, some scouts going out looking for youngsters, so I'll probably just wait for a youngster to come through the ranks and he can just be my reserve. So keepers are sorted for. Jed Steer will be a substitute, probably appear in Capital One Cups, FA Cup early rounds. Then Foster will come in. Otherwise, Foster is the main keeper, and I'm happy with my keepers so far. The last position I just want to sort out before we skip ahead to the Charlton game, no QPR game, and just start playing them because we want to play football. We don't want to see the transfer targets. Is I am thinking of getting Zandy Silva on a loan for a year. Okay, and they are happy for it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go talk to the club and hopefully we can get him on a loan. Left back is the next position. Max Clark used to play for Hull City and then he went over to Vitesse as he followed the former Hull City boss that he was playing under. I think it was a Russian manager, I can't remember his name, and then obviously he got sacked by Hull, went over to Vitesse and Max Clark followed him. I'm tempted to bring him back to the Championship and I think I think he'd be a great player. Also, just wanted to touch upon, if Oxford doesn't want to be on a loan deal, I might just purchase him, and he'll probably be a great player. I mean, he's 67 rated, he's got a high overall rating, so it's not exactly like it's a bad deal. Otherwise, I could get Jaffet Tanganga on loan, but I'm going to leave that for the time being. I don't want to do any more. Max Clark is the last one I want to do. I'm going to try and bring him now, and it's going to be him and Timone, who are going to be, Josh Timone I believe it is, that are going to be competing for the left back position. And there we have it, my last signing, transfer, that is going to happen before we get into our first game of the season. Max Clark has accepted. He is gone. Well, sorry, not he's gone. Danny Bath has gone as a sort of swap deal. So for each of these deals, I'm doing swap deals. So Danny Bath's gone the opposite direction, along with $1 million as well that we paid them. And we've got Clark in, who's going to be a great left back, 23 years of age. He's got some growth in him, and he's going to compete with, yes, it is Josh Timone. I wasn't sure what his first name was for that left back position. I'm probably going to start with Timone because he's had a good pre-season with me. And speaking of pre-season, I'll just quickly show you what happened in that before we get into the first game of the season. We started off badly with 1-0 loss, then managed to get a 2-2 draw against Sampdoria before just counter-attacking Sassuolo for the whole game and coming away with a nice 3-1 win. And then drew 2-2 with Young Boys before losing on penalties, which was great. I mean, not the best, but we did well. I mean, we managed to get through to the group stages on the skin of our teeth. We had 4 points, and we just had more goals scored. That's what it came down to for us to get through to the next stage of that tournament. Finally, we've made it to the game against QPR. All we've been waiting for. We don't want to do any more transfers, but there's just one thing I just want to show you before we go. We've had some players sold, so Federici, Martin Tinsley's have gone. Silva has loaned in, so he's going to be a great backup winger for us because he can play on either side. And I have also agreed a deal in principle to sell Butland to Norwich for $8 million. And also, I just wanted to tell you that I have done a scout. So what I did is I did a scout of future star, and he's come back, and here he is, Arthur Bernard, French centre forward, and he's looking very decent. I almost feel like I should, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to promote him straight away. And we can see what his overall is and everything. I think, his overall was shown, but his stats in full detail before we get into the game. So here he is. He's got 2-star weak. He can play at cam as well. Okay. I mean, he's not too bad. He's not the. I thought his speed would be a bit quicker than that. Okay, he needs some improving, that's for sure. But we'll chuck him in training, and he can be a very decent player for us potentially. So this is the team that I'm going to be playing in my first game of the season, of the Championship season. And as you can see, I've given 2 of my signings at first start. That is, of course, Foster, Baker. All my other signings are on my bench. They might get an appearance. Obviously, I've got centre back and left back in Clark and Williams, so they might not necessarily get an appearance. But Silva's on the bench as well, so he might come on. And yeah, obviously, but before we want to get into this, I just want to show you what difficulty we're going to be playing on. As you can see, it is legendary at the top, but I have got sliders. That's obviously because Ultimate's ridiculous. If you don't know the issue with it already, it's basically when you play on Ultimate difficulty, all the CPU players are 99 rated. Every stat they have is 99 rated, and it's just stupid, to be honest. It's just not fun. So legendary is the next best thing, but with sliders to make it a little bit more difficult. So I made them a bit faster, and then the overall error is less. So as you can see, shot and pass error is less, and then also the first touch control error, so they shouldn't basically the touch should be better. And then obviously I made them run a little bit more, so the attacking players should, run, make more runs, so my defence should in theory get stretched more. I've made the goalkeeping a little bit better. I might actually just move that up to 54. And yeah, that's about it, I reckon. So this should make it more of a challenge. Obviously, when we get to the Premier League, I will probably move it up to Ultimate, but we'll see about that. If we do come across any of the Premier League teams in the FA Cup or Capital One Cup, I will make it Ultimate difficulty, as long as I can remember. But that is the plan, just to show you what the difference is, and also just make it more realistic. You know, if we're coming against a Premier League team, they should be good. So that's enough of that. We're going to get into this game against QPR. Let's get our first win, boys. You've already seen my lineup, so there's no need to see them again. We're going to get going. We've kicked off. Here we go. New Championship season with JDP Gaming under the role of managing Stoke City. There we go. Managed to get my words out eventually. Let's see what we can do. He's going to drive. Timone's going to have to chase. Can we block the cross? Okay, managed. Flung a leg in there. Haven't got the ball. Oh, that was dangerous, but QPR couldn't do anything with it. And we counter now. Here we go. Tom Ince now. Has he got the legs on Wallace? He might do, but I don't think we're going to have time to drive in the middle. We have. Get that in the far post. It gets blocked out for a corner. First one of the game. Can we whip this in with Tom Ince as well? Here we go. Sam Klukas is there. Keeper comes out and punches it clear. He's going to play that over the top to Miller. That's a lovely ball. He's going to cut it on his right foot. Doesn't get tackled. Over to Klukas in the middle. Can we play that over to Tom Ince? Yes, we can. Right foot. Goal! What a start. We've been dominating QPR from the first, and that was a lovely move. Tom Ince's right foot as well as weak foot. 1-0. Through ball. Tom Edwards is down the line, going to try and win the ball. He hasn't. Tom Ince comes in. Ooh, missed the ball a little bit, taking my man. That's probably a yellow card. Over the top, Shawcross hasn't won it. It was a nice effort from the volley, but wasn't ever going to challenge Ben Foster in goal. Back in the middle to Baker. Back out to Tom Ince. This is lovely play. Wallace has just come out of his position, and now Tom Ince can just drive in again. Edge of the box is Klukas. Get it to him, has a shot. And what a save by Lumley, and the player's been pulled back because it did wipe out QPR player, and yellow card to Tom Ince. Spread the play over to Mark Pugh, and that is the end of the first half. Blimey, that time has flown by, and we go in at 1-0. Now I just have to say, if my commentary is a bit rusty or if I'm messing my words up, it's because I haven't done it in a little over a year now, so it's sort of just getting myself back into the groove of things. But anyway, 1-0 at half time. Second half, here we come. Right, now down the line with Osoye Samuel. Nothing's really happened in this second half. We haven't got our flow going again, and we've not really created anything, let alone got into the final third, really. And Timone's lost out on that challenge by Osoye Samuel. Shawcross comes in, though. The big brute that he is, leading this side before a shocking pass out to Allen. We keep it alive, though. He's going to ball roll that in the middle. Keep driving, though, Allen. Yes, he does. Over to Tyrese Campbell. Can we get that over to Tom Ince? Oh, that's just shocking. Now, for the sake of just fresh legs, I'm bringing on 3 substitutes. Okay, I don't know why the names didn't pop up. So Silver's coming on for Ince just because I don't want him to get red carded. Thompson's coming on for Baker. And Clark is also coming on for his debut at left back. So, I mean, we've got less than 20 minutes left. Let's see if these substitutes can make a difference, because so far we've had nothing in the second half. And at this rate, it's going to be 1-0. That's if QPR don't have a lucky attack or something. It's a shocking pass by Clark. Here we go. Here's QPR on the attack. Miller's cut that out, though. Well, I say that and then he lost the ball straight away. Over the top. Okay, can't bring out my keeper. Osoye Samuel's in behind here. Oh, Foster comes out and collects it, and we get a foul as well. Put some effort onto it, and now they've got 2-on-2. Oh, crunching tackle from Lindsay. And we've gone on the counter. Klukas. Can we play them behind for Miller? We do. In the box. Campbell got it, and it's 2-0. That is surely the 3 points secured. Our first proper attack in the second half. Get a chance, and it's a great finish by Campbell right into that top right corner. How close was it? We're going to have a look in a second. I mean, it's a volley as well. Oh, pinpoint. 3 points secured, and Campbell has got his first goal of the season. There we go. So we've got 1 minute of added time left. That's going to go quickly. We're going to get our first 3 points and my first proper win as a manager. There we go, full-time whistle, 2-0, perfect result. QPR had nothing. They're definitely not going to be up there towards the end of the season. They're probably going to be towards the bottom half. And yeah, what a good start. Right, so after that game, I sort of realised I do need sort of a backup winger to my left-hand side in particular. I know I've got Silver, but he's only in for a year. And I know I can play either side, but Miller's 65 rated. Yes, we can get him to grow, and we do have him in training, but I do feel like I just need that extra bit of quality, and I think Mikkel Juland is the person I want to go for. So 70 rated, 22, decent. He's got some growth there, and he can play on the left hand side, and he can also drop into centre mid as well. So he's versatile, which is almost perfect. So I think I'm going to go for him, and hopefully we can get a deal done. And there we have it. Mikkel Julen signed a contract with us for 4 years, an important squad role on a 13k a week wage. And I think that's a really decent signing in my opinion. He's definitely strengthened the left wing and comes in straight away in the wing position. I know he's normally right wing, but as you can see there, he can play left wing, and he is right footed, so it's perfect to cut in, which is what I like my wingers to do. And I think this squad is really decent actually. The only thing obviously we've got left to do is to sort out the rest of my players. Butland's most likely going to go to Norwich, and then we just got Cousins, Gregory and Vokes left to sort out in swap deals. Now obviously striker position, I've asked you guys if you'd like me to sign anyone in particular, if you want to get involved or not. Otherwise, next episode I'll do the signings, I'll swap them out. And then also another centre mid. I mean, currently our substitute centre mids are Thompson, Sorensen and Oakley Booth, 65, 60 and 263s. It's just not quite that quality I need to sort of push on towards the higher up side, but the top side of the table, let's put it like that. And yeah, and then obviously, like I said, got other strikers to come in as well, but Campbell's done a solid job so far. I'm really happy with this team. Centre mid will sort out probably in the next episode as well. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to say really. I mean, I'm happy with the squads. I'll sort out Jewel and some in a second, and we're just going to simulate through now to the next game against Charlton. Now, before we jump into this game against Charlton, I do have news. Butland has been sold. He's gone to Norwich, and we've got 6 million to our transfer budget. Obviously, we sold him for 8, but we've only been allocated 6. That's done quite nicely, actually. Bearing in mind we haven't spent that much so far, and I think if anything, that 6 million has covered all the sort of extra bit of money that I've added on to sort of deals. So to be fair, we've still got a hell of a lot on the transfer budget, and I'm not sort of tempted to go and splash it. I'm happy with the team. Obviously we've got those few positions left to do, and we'll sort those out soon. Otherwise, I'm happy with where this squad is right now. And like I said, game against Chelsea, I'm probably going to stick with the same squad, except Julian's going to come in. And yeah, let's get going into this game and see if we can get another 3 points. So Charlton are kicking off our second game of the Championship season. They also started the season off with a win. They got a 2-1 win over Blackburn. Now, do we reckon this probably got anything to do with the fact that we managed to steal Blackburn's Derek Williams in centre-back? Maybe, who knows? I mean, Williams will get his start eventually. Just I'm happy with Lindsay and Shawcross. And here we go with Charlton. In the middle now to Klukas. Over to Tyrese Campbell. Can we get it back to Klukas? We can. Near post it. Here we go. 1-0. A lovely move. Drew the centre back out. Then played the ball into the space. What am I on? Honestly, my commentary is so rusty after a little over a year of not doing it. But yes, there we go. Near post. Klukas. First goal of the season. Bang. Ah, oh, what a ball from Shawcross. First time as well. Thomas is just going to drive. And then he's going to just keep driving and then hit it on his left foot. Oh, that was nearly a lovely goal, but what a save from the keeper. I don't know if he won the ball then or not, but there we go. First half has ended. Nothing really has happened since the first goal. We had a lovely shot with Tom Ince that got saved. And Charlton haven't really created anything. They have had one shot, but that's it really. And yeah, no, Julian hasn't done much either so far. Saying end product, we haven't done anything. Tom Edwards near. Whip that into the feet of Campbell. That's a shocking touch, and it's worked out nicely though. He can't get the goal though. I think I almost left it too late then to shoot. Passes it over to Juland. Going to keep driving. Baker's made a lovely run. He's got past his man. Can Baker get his first goal? Yes, he does. 2-0. The first proper decent bit of play in the second half. It's been pretty trash, to be honest with you. And we've made it 2-0 with Baker. Edwards just going to drive forward. I can't imagine the play is going to last much longer. No, it doesn't. End of the game. Another 2-0 victory, another 3 points. Great start. 4 goals scored overall, none conceded. So far, you know, QPR and Charlton, who again, neither of them are going to be up towards the top half, so not much of a challenge. Bit of an easy start, I'd say. And yeah, we've done well. Now, without making this episode too long, I am going to do one last game. I'm going to play this one against Plymouth, and then I'm probably going to leave it there. I don't want to make the episode too long. I have chatted a lot about transfers and stuff. But you know what? I fancy another game. You know, 2 games is enough in the first episode. Let's do a third one. Lucky number 3 for me. So we're going to do this game against Plymouth. It's in the Carabao Cup, so chance to rotate the squad. Jed Steer can come in for his first game as well. He's been a little bit unhappy, you know, that he's not been playing. So, you know, this will give him a chance to have a game. So we'll just put Jed Steer in. Probably also give Williams his first game as well instead of Lindsay. Shawcross going to stay in. Clark can come in as well. Probably going to start Silva. We'll do him at striker. Julian can go on the right hand side this time. Miller on the left, and yeah, I'll sort the rest of the team out. Don't need to watch this, and we'll get into the game. Plymouth Argyle kicking us off. Now, obviously, the Carabao Cup isn't a major trophy, but it would be quite nice to have a good cup run, see how far we can go, and we'll go from there. We'll play that wide to Clark, lovely. Down the line to Miller, Clark now, Thompson. Seen the run of Miller, lovely. Gonna big touch. No one is in the box though. On the edge to Allen. Oh, what a strike! Bangs that in across the keeper. 5 minutes, 1-0. Look at this. I was looking for someone to cross to and there was no one, but luckily edge of the box was on and Allen just blasts it home. Now Julian's over on his favoured right hand side. Puts the ball in behind for Jean de Silva. Has he got to it? Yes, he has. He's also been wiped out. Is this a red card for Plymouth? Depends how harsh the ref is here. I can't tell, to be honest. For Plymouth's sake, they need this to not be. Otherwise, this could be a demolishing, to be honest. Here we go. What is it? It's red. Down to 10 with 15 minutes gone. Oh, they've got no chance now. Probably got the best free kick stats on the pitch. Going to try and bend that as well a little bit. Oh, didn't have the dip. That was so close. It just couldn't dip in time. It had the right power, but then we can't really see the flight of the ball. Yeah, it just had no curve. Didn't have the dip. Plymouth now. Here we go. Oh, they've played it into the space. They've worked this beautifully. Cross comes in. Edge of the box. Oh, you know what? I almost wanted that to go in. That was a hell of a volley. And Foster just stood there. I thought that was in. Oh, okay. When you look back at it like that, that was miles wide. That looks so much closer first time round. Plymouth just can't get anything going. The crowd are going a little bit wild. Well, they were a second ago. Trying to get their team going, but it's just pressure among pressure for them. Play that over to Juland. Dummies that with the... again, it's that final pass. I just can't get going. Play that through for Thompson. That's a lovely ball. Get that across the grounds. We try to. Back to Miller. Near post it with Miller. Can he get his first goal? No, because he shot it straight at the keeper. And that is the end of the first half. So I've almost shot myself in the foot. You know, after the red card, I was like, oh, this game's going to be an easy win. 3-4-0. We've done nothing, really. I mean, we've had a few chances, but nothing, really. We need to sort of get it going, get creating. Jed Steer, debut for him. He's done absolutely nothing. Miller's now over on this far side. Think the defender might have the legs on him. He doesn't, though. Through with Thompson. Still going. Oh, I've killed the move. Can we get that over to Julians? We can. Again, I think I killed it. Across the box, on the floor. No. Blocked. Damn, that final pass isn't there. I'm just not clicking yet. It's going to take me a little while to get used to how this, Stoke plays and how I'm going to play with Stoke. But, so far it's working. We just need that final pass. Right, Thompson on his left foot. Shanked it well wide. Look at that. Look at the top side of the screen. They've had 2 shots. We've had 4, and that's a shocking pass. I was just going to say, for a game where we're against 10 men and in a oh no, through on goal, Williams missed his tackle and Plymouth have equalised. I did not see this coming at all. I thought I could win the ball here and just go past him. And Jed Steer just offers me no protection and it's at his near post either. And just, yeah. Oh well, 1-1-0. Didn't see this coming. Is he going to get the cross in? Probably. Can Clark stop it? Yes, he has. First time and the second time out for a corner. I mean, the crowd are going if the game's going to respond to that. Oh, look, we can't lose this game after they've been down to 10 men for nearly the majority of it. We don't even win the header, but it's just off target. I don't know where they're going to send the ball. Williams, yes, won the ball this time. Right, 2 minutes. Come on now. We're nearly into the second minute already. Sorensen, play that ball through for Campbell. Nothing's happened and there you go. That's the end of the game. I think there's extra time. I can't remember how it works. Let's just find out. No extra time. Straight to penalties. Oh dear. Right, penalty starts and I've gone the wrong way straight away. I couldn't get my words out. Whatever. Penalties have started. They scored the first one. Allen now. Can we go in this top right corner? I've got to time it perfectly. Doesn't matter. Keeper just saves it. I'm going to go left again. Yes. Managed to save it this time. Right, Tommins. Can we go bottom left? We do, but the keeper gets it the right way again. Oh, and I've just missed it completely. This is not going well at all. I need to score this with Lucas. Right, bottom left again. Can it go in this time? Yes, it can, and that really was the bottom left. We've got to save this though. Left-hand side, no, that's a penalty by Plymouth. I think the pressure's on me now. I have to score, and I stupidly put Shawcross as my 4th penalty taker. Bloody hell! Right, okay. Let's show us how good you are, Shawcross. Top left, and it's blazed over. Oh dear. So 10 men for 85 minutes, no, 75 minutes Plymouth, and then they just won the penalty shootout. It's embarrassing. It's legitimately embarrassing. Oh, I wanted a bit of a cup run. We've just fallen out at the first round. I mean, it was... this is why I don't put your centre-back at 4th. I just thought I'd try and put a bit of experience, and it's not worked. I mean, what a way to end the episode. Done a lot of signings, made a positive start to this sort of Stoke City career mode, club revival career mode. You know, had 2 wins in the Championship against QPR and Charlton. Then go to Plymouth away in the Carroll Cup, get a goal within the first 5 minutes, they get a player sent off. 10 minutes later, they score to equalise, and then they embarrassed me in the penalty shootout. I mean, it's sort of tainted the episode a little bit. But, you know, we're going to forget about that. We've had a good start to the Championship, and a good start to transforming this squad. It's looking much more like a team I want. I mean, if we look at that, so far we've only got Baker, Dewland and Foster in the starting 11. However, we obviously do have Clark, Williams and Jed Steer on the bench. I've also got Liam Miller. I forgot to say that obviously, you know, we signed him as a free agent. I just keep forgetting that. And then obviously Silva, who's a loan signing as well. And like I said, striker is all we've got left to do. So, like I said, if you do want to get involved, please comment below which striker you like. I'll just give you sort of a quick reminder on the ones I've got in my transfer hub. Even if those aren't the ones you sort of fancy, we've got Griffiths, Force and Surrey. So those are the ones I'm probably looking to loan. Then we've got Peterson, who's a good option, like strong up front, and also probably more likely to play him in centre mid. And then Tubarak Pom, Benjamin Coleman and Lyle Taylor. So it's up to you guys. Say which one you'd like yourself for me to sign. If you want to get involved, don't want to get involved, that's fine. I'll do it myself. Thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed this first Club Revival Stoke City Career Mode episode, then do please leave a like. And yeah, until next time, hope you've all enjoyed the episode, and see you guys.